The recent conviction of Sam Bankman-Fried marks a pivotal moment in the cryptocurrency industry, carrying significant implications for its leaders and stakeholders. Is the founder of the now-defunct FTX crypto exchange. SBF held a prominent position in the sector, making his fall from grace a broad industry concern. And his conviction on fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering is a stark reminder of the need for accountability and transparency in the crypto space. This article will explore the potential ramifications of SBF's verdict on other key figures within the industry, shedding light on the evolving landscape of cryptocurrency leadership. Because Sam Bankman-Fried, the central figure in the FTX trial, hails from California's affluent San Francisco Bay Area and was raised in an academic household, with both parents being professors at the prestigious Stanford Law School. He pursued studies at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, residing in a community known as Epsilon Theta, characterized as an alcohol-free environment focused on activities like board games, puzzles, and rubber ducks. Bankman-Fried admitted to not being particularly focused on academics during college, often unsure of his career path. He eventually graduated in 2014 with a major in physics and a minor in mathematics. Remaining true to the values of his college days, Bankman-Fried maintained a lifestyle that eschewed excessive partying, instead favoring low-key gatherings and board games. He identifies as a vegan bid question buy and has adhered to this diet even in jail. Despite his veganism is tied to a history of animal rights advocacy, aligning with the effective altruism movement. This philosophy emphasizes making a meaningful impact through financial success and charitable giving. Bankman-Fried initially considered a career in animal welfare, but was advised by altruism leader Will McCaskill to pursue a lucrative career and donate a substantial portion of his earnings to charity, a concept known as earning to give. And following his time at Jane Street, Bankman-Fried entered the world of cryptocurrency, initially drawn by the potential for profitable trading. He co-founded the cryptocurrency trading firm Alameda Research in 2017, which saw considerable success, handling millions of dollars in Bitcoin daily. This success led to the establishment of FTX in 2019, an exchange platform allowing users to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. And FTX's operations later shifted to the Bahamas, where Bankman-Fried acquired a lavish waterfront penthouse. His wealth catapulted him into the ranks of the world's wealthiest individuals, earning him a spot on Forbes' rich list in 2021, with an estimated net worth of $22.5 billion. Sam Bankman-Fried played a significant role as a political donor, particularly in supporting Democratic candidates and causes. He emerged as the second largest contributor to Joe Biden's 2020 election campaign. Additionally, Bankman-Fried was a major donor to various Democratic candidates and initiatives, leading to the November 2022 midterm elections. Prosecutors have alleged that he utilized $100 million in illicitly obtained FTX deposits to finance these political donations to influence the passage of cryptocurrency-friendly legislation. Although he initially faced charges related to alleged violations of U.S. campaign finance laws, these charges were dropped after the Bahamas, where Bankman-Fried resides, stated that they were not a part of the extradition agreement. However, a judge ruled that the political donations could still be discussed during the trial as they are intricately linked with the fraud charges. The circumstances preceding the recent verdict were rooted in the collapse of FTX, a cryptocurrency exchange co-founded by SBF. The exchange's downfall in late 2022 sent shockwaves through the rest of the industry, causing significant financial turmoil for investors and stakeholders. This event catalyzed the subsequent legal proceedings against SBF, marking a critical juncture in his career, and the Broids are cleaning officers in the landscape. On November 2nd, a New York jury found Sam Bankman-Fried guilty on all 7 counts brought against him by the Department of Justice. The charges included defrauding customers and Friday, and now investors of his cryptocurrency exchange, FTX. According to the jury's decision, Bankman-Fried was part of a conspiracy to divert over $8 billion from FTX customers to his trading firm Alameda Research. These funds were reportedly lost used for investments in Bahamian real estate, startups, and political donations. And this verdict comes precisely 1 year after Bankman-Fried's financial empire began to unravel, triggered by the leak of a balance sheet from Alameda Research. The balance sheet suggested that the Alameda's financial situation was far worse than it had been publicly disclosed. Concerns over FTX's financial stability quickly escalated, making customers withdraw billions of dollars. Ultimately, FDA funds to reimburse them, and that company declared bankruptcy in less than 2 weeks. Since then, Bankman-Fried has maintained his innocence, denying any misappropriation of customer funds. He pleaded not guilty and testified to his innocence in a Manhattan courthouse last week. However, the jury reached a different conclusion, taking less than 5 hours to find him guilty on all counts. Bankman-Fried now faces a potential sentence of up to 120 years in prison, with the final sentencing to be determined by Judge Lewis Kaplan later. This landmark verdict is poised to set a precedent for future legal proceedings within the crypto sector. It underscores the growing importance of compliance and transparency in an industry that has historically operated in a decentralized and less regulated manner. As regulators worldwide continue to grapple with the evolving landscape of cryptocurrencies, the SBF case serves as a stark reminder of the legal consequences that can arise from noncompliance. Furthermore, the verdict prompts a reevaluation of risk assessment within the industry. It highlights the importance of due diligence in evaluating the practices and operations of cryptocurrency platforms and firms. Investors and stakeholders are now likely to scrutinize businesses more rigorously, seeking assurance that their funds are responsibly and ethically handled. The verdict against Sam Bankman-Fried has immediate and far-reaching implications for his standing within the cryptocurrency industry. First and foremost, the conviction raises serious questions about SBF's continued involvement in the sector, with the possibility of a prison sentence exceeding a century looming. SBF's ability to oversee and manage his cryptocurrency ventures, particularly FTX and Alameda Research, is severely compromised. And from an operational standpoint, SBF's capacity to effectively lead and make strategic business decisions is significantly hampered. The legal battle and potential incarceration will undoubtedly divert his attention from day-to-day operations, potentially leading to disruptions and uncertainties for his respective enterprises. This development may also hinder the execution of business strategies, partnerships, and initiatives that SBF had previously spearheaded. Moreover, the verdict casts a shadow over SBF's reputation, once luminous within the crypto industry. His conviction for fraud, conspiracy, and money laundering tarnishes the image he had meticulously built over the years. SBF, once hailed as an innovative and influential figure, is now associated with illicit activities and deception. This stain on his reputation may have cascading effects on his credibility, trustworthiness, and standing within the crypto community. The industry's perception of SBF is likely to undergo a substantial shift. Many stakeholders, including investors, partners, and peers, may now approach dealings with him with heightened caution and skepticism. That could lead to strained relationships, reluctance to collaborate, and a potential exodus of talent from his organizations. Additionally, the tarnished reputation may deter potential investors and partners from associating with SBF's ventures. In essence, the verdict against SBF has immediate and profound repercussions on his operational capacity and industry standing. It introduces a cloud of uncertainty around the future of the system and raises critical questions about his role in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. The industry will keenly observe how SBF navigates these challenges and whether he can salvage any semblance of his previous influence and reputation. SBF has had extensive interactions with influential figures in political and financial circles leading up to the downfall of his business. These interactions included meetings with former President Bill Clinton, New York State Governor Kathy Hochul,
and Mayor Eric Adams, among others. Bankman-Fried's close connections with Bahamian authorities and assistance to Bahamian Prime Minister Philip Davis and an FT project underscored his influential position in both countries.
The verdict against Sam Bankman-Fried has sent reverberations throughout the cryptocurrency industry, with broader implications for its leaders and participants. Firstly, the outcome serves as a stark warning to underlying industry figures, underlining the importance of adherence to legal and ethical standards. It establishes a precedent that fraudulent activities within the cryptosphere will receive severe legal consequences. They prompt obstinate leaders to review and reinforce compliance measures, ensuring they remain on the right side of the law. Additionally, the SBF verdict will likely trigger heightened regulatory scrutiny in the cryptocurrency sector. Regulatory bodies may intensify their oversight, seeking to prevent similar misconduct cases and protect investors. It could lead to more stringent regulations, disclosure requirements, and compliance standards for crypto businesses and their leaders. Industry participants must adapt swiftly to evolving regulatory landscapes to remain compliant and competitive. The impact on investor sentiment and market dynamics is another critical facet. The conviction of a prominent figure like SBF may temporarily erode investor confidence, leading to heightened caution and a more discerning approach to investment opportunities within the crypto space. It could temporarily dip in market activity and valuations as participants reevaluate their positions. However, over the long term, increased regulatory oversight and removing bad actors like SBF may foster a more mature and stable investment environment, ultimately benefiting the industry. And overall, the verdict against SBF carries wide-ranging implications for the broader crypto industry. It serves as a wake-up call for industry leaders to prioritize compliance and ethical conduct. The anticipated increase in regulatory scrutiny necessitates proactive adaptation by industry participants. While there may be short-term fluctuations in investor sentiment and market dynamics, the long-term outlook is one of a more mature and resilient cryptocurrency ecosystem. Prominent figures within the crypto industry have responded to the verdict against Sam Bankman-Fried with various perspectives, and Paul Brody had a blockchain at UI, emphasized the importance of accountability in the crypto space. He sees the verdict as a positive development, stating that it instills confidence in investors and ensures a level playing field for businesses. Sheila Warren, CEO of the Crypto Council for Innovation, underscored that the case was fundamentally about fraud. She hopes the focus will shift towards supporting the victims rather than giving attention to the perpetrators of such crimes. U.S. Senator Sherrod Brown, chairman of the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs, viewed the verdict as a victory in the fight against fraud in the crypto industry. He emphasized the need to crack down on abuses and prevent the industry from setting its own rules. Noel Atchison, former head of research at CoinDesk, expressed relief at the verdict, highlighting that it definitively establishes the accountability of crypto service providers. She believes this closure will pave the way for a more mature capital market infrastructure within the ecosystem. Preston Byrne, a corporate partner in Brown Rudnick's Digital Commerce Group, he provided a nuanced perspective. He considers the trial result a significant win for the U.S. Attorney's Office, demonstrating that even in the context of complex technology, fraud remains punishable. Joshua Clayman, U.S. head of FinTech at Linklaters, sees the verdict as a milestone in holding bad actors accountable. She believes it will encourage prosecutors to pursue cases more vigorously, potentially leading to fewer plea arrangements and more trials. And Michael Seelig, counsel in the asset management department at Wilkie, views the verdict as an opportunity to reset the crypto industry's relationship with regulators. He hopes that both parties can find common ground for sensible regulatory solutions moving forward. Kevin J. O'Brien, a partner at Ford O'Brien Landy LLP and a former assistant U.S. attorney, considers an appeal unlikely for Sam Bankman-Fried. He predicts a substantial but not a lifelong prison sentence. taking into account Bankman-Fried's age and potential for rehabilitation. Of such Yatsu, executive chairman of Animoca Brands, sees the verdict as a turning point, signaling that the industry can address instances of fraud decisively. He believes this will provide a sense of security for participants in the crypto space. The responses from industry leaders provide a spectrum of opinions on the verdict's significance. The prevailing sentiment is that accountability and consequences for fraudulent activities are crucial for the long-term credibility and stability of the crypto industry. And the unanimous jury decision in Bankman-Fried's case serves as a clear signal that the legal system can effectively address misconduct within the crypto space. This precedent may embolden regulatory bodies and law enforcement agencies to pursue similar cases more confidently. Overall, the verdict will likely contribute to a more mature and transparent crypto ecosystem. It reinforces the notion that bad actors will face consequences, ultimately bolstering trust among investors, users, and regulators. This development could pave the way for more robust regulatory frameworks and further institutional adoption of digital assets. And in the wake of the SBF verdict, the crypto industry stands at a critical juncture. Experts and analysts closely monitor the potential shifts and adaptations that may define its trajectory. And predictions for the industry's future, post-verdict, are mixed. Some foresee a heightened emphasis on regulatory compliance and transparency. Industry leaders will likely prioritize adherence to established legal frameworks, enhance trust and credibility. That could lead to a more stable and secure environment for investors and participants. Additionally, the verdict may prompt a surge in due diligence efforts. Investors and stakeholders may become more discerning in their partnerships and collaborations. This heightened scrutiny could drive the live development of more robust vetting processes within the industry. Adaptation strategies among industry leaders might center around governance and risk management. The implementation of robust compliance measures and internal controls may become standard practice. Moreover, leaders may seek things to foster a culture of accountability and ethical conduct within their organizations. Furthermore, collaborations with regulatory bodies and advocacy for clear industry guidelines are anticipated. Proactive engagement with regulators may help shape policies conducive to responsible innovation and sustainable growth. The SBF verdict marks a significant milestone in the history of the crypto industry. The trial and subsequent conviction have brought to light critical issues surrounding transparency, accountability, and regulatory compliance within the sector. SBF's verdict provided a detailed account of the charges, the legal implications, and the potential ramifications for SBF. The verdict serves as a powerful reminder that even prominent figures within the industry are not exempt from the scrutiny of the law. We examined the direct implications on SBF's operations and reputation. The verdict undoubtedly introduces a new set of challenges for him, potentially reshaping his role and influence in the industry. Looking beyond SBF, the ripple effects of this verdict are likely to influence how other key figures navigate their endeavors. With an increased focus on compliance and risk management, reactions from influential figures in the industry shed light on the diverse perspectives surrounding the verdict. These responses underscore the complexity of the issues at hand and highlights need for collective action in shaping the industry's future. As the crypto industry charts its course, post-verdict predictions and expert opinions provide valuable insights into the potential trajectory. The emphasis on regulatory adherence, due diligence, and collaborative efforts with regulators are key themes that may define the industry's evolution. And notably, the SBF verdict is a pivotal moment, prompting critical reflections and conversations within the crypto community. The lasting impact of this verdict on industry leaders is yet to unfold fully, but it undoubtedly signals a turning point towards a more mature, responsible, and sustainable crypto ecosystem. By addressing the challenges head-on, industry leaders can shape a future by prioritizing integrity, accountability, and innovation.